Here we have the current stock market update from Microcloud Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find this educational material to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we have here is the 30-minute price chart. Each candle on this price history represents a 30-minute trading period. And what we can see here is that the share price action itself has continued to fail at the prior resistance levels that were mentioned in the prior video. So as we can see, what this really means is that the share price itself has failed to retest the 50% retracement of the broader trending move that developed from 76 cents per share. So this is very significant here because if we were to sort of reverse this analysis here and simply look at the upward trend readings here alone, we would see that this price movement retraced 50% of its own price move in less than 3 hours. I think it was 150 minutes. So it was a very short period of time. Where we see these bullish rallies lose their value very quickly. But when we start to see upward price movements, they sort of fail to retest or reclaim significant levels of resistance. So in this example here, we can see that the share price, has not been able to test that 50% retracement zone. But when share prices are moving in the downward direction, the stock has no problem reaching those areas quite quickly. So overall, that is a negative reason to have a negative. It's a reason to have a negative outlook for this stock. And it really doesn't suggest that rallies are sustainable for this name going forward. So it's for this reason that we really don't recommend trading the stock in the trading room. There are many better stocks to be trading, even if we're simply looking at stocks to trade on a short-term basis. There are many other names because there are other stocks that tend to trade with directional activity that is more predictable, a bit more reliable. More often, you'll see price movements in the positive direction rather than the negative direction. And these are the types of factors that people should be looking for when they're looking to trade a stock, even if it's done on a very short-term basis. So I'm still really not seeing much of a reason to focus on this stock, even though I have been looking at some of the comments that have been left on the stock. They're almost always exclusively positive. It's kind of strange to see that. I mean, anytime you see any stock that has only positive comments, it becomes quite suspicious. Why would there only be positive comments and no negative comments? I mean, even if you look at like Nvidia, for example, I've recently posted things on several platforms about Nvidia just today alone, and it's completely mixed. I mean, there are people that say that Nvidia is overvalued, that it's going to fall. There are people that are saying it's going to go to $1,000. I mean, you really get a mixed bag as far as what people think about the stock. But when I'm looking in the comment section for Hologram, it's completely positive. It's very strange to see something like that. And anytime this is true in life or in the stock market. I mean, anytime everybody seems to be thinking in one direction, it's probably a smart idea to start looking in the other direction because there's probably some truth there that's being missed. So, in this case, I think that the truth really would come from the fact that, the longer term trend here is clearly pointed in the downward direction. I mean, this is about as ugly as a price chart gets. I mean, if we look at, this downward movement here, we see very brief spikes higher and then, an incredible decline here quite quickly. So, there really is no reason to be trading this stock, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know why it's as popular as it is on this platform. But the reason that I have been covering this stock is because I know that there are many people that are trading this stock that are in very bad investment positions at the moment. They're losing a lot of money. I mean, and it's very easy to lose money in a downtrend. I mean, it really shouldn't be much of a mystery that would be the case. So, the real goal here is just for people to understand that there are other stocks. I mean, just because something is being covered on YouTube doesn't mean that there aren't other options. There are plenty of other options. If you look at our trading room results, for example, we're currently trading 10 stocks. 9 of them are all trading positive. Several of them have already hit their profit targets. And we're talking about, substantial gains in a very short period of time. And these are sustainable gains. I mean, these aren't gains that just reverse quickly, in a matter of, 150 minutes or something like that. There are plenty of better stocks to be trading. And I just hope that people understand that, You don't need to focus on a name like this. Just because people are talking about it on YouTube doesn't mean that there aren't other options. There are plenty of other options. I believe we have one stock at the moment that's trading lower, and I think it's trading lower by about 7% or something like that, which is not very much. I mean, we scale into the position at that level. We average down into price movements like that. That trade is not a concern at all. I mean, you don't see share price movements, similar to the ones that you're seeing here, where the share price just loses 50% of its value in the matter of a couple of hours. I mean, there's no reason to be trading stocks like that. So, in the trading room, the worst case scenario that we're looking at right now is 1 out of 10 trades. So 9 trades are positive. Some of them are substantially positive, and we're talking about like 65, 75% gains. And there's one trade currently that's we are scaling into it at the moment. We're just averaging down in the position, and it's not trading lower by very much. But we really don't have very many opportunities to scale down because most of the trades go up exclusively. They move in one direction, and that's positive, as opposed to a stock like Hologram, which moves almost exclusively negative. And it's just strange because, you look around social media and none of the commentary, none of the comments seem to reflect what is actually going on with the stock. So it's like, you look at a situation like that, it's like, what planet are these people living on? Like, are they just lying to themselves? Or are they just hoping that if they make positive comments that the stock will go higher? Because it really doesn't work like that. You can see share price movements that briefly bounce higher for a short period of time, based on these types of comments, or all these YouTube videos that get posted. But those movements don't last for very long. And for the most part, nobody is really capturing those gains. I've seen a couple of comments where people are saying like, well, I bought in at 20. Like, I mean, if anybody expects me to believe that they bought in at the dead bottom here at 20 cents and then they got out at 46 cents, I mean, nobody's that good. I mean, our trading room is extremely successful, but you don't just catch tops and bottoms like that. And it's even more true in this case because these are completely random price movements that are really based on, pump and dump type activity that is generated by social media platforms. So this is a stock that should be avoided. Here's the current stock market update for Microcloud Hologram Incorporated, stock ticker HOLO.